In this video, we'll show you how to input your cost of goods in sellerboard. Start by navigating to the products page in sellerboard. Decide whether you want to enter your cost of goods one by one or import in bulk. For bulk import, check out the dedicated video link in the description. Find the product you want to update. You can use the search bar to find the product or sort out the list by cost of goods to find the products with missing values. Now choose the COGS type you want to apply. Constant for a quick setup or by period batch marketplace for more accurate cost tracking. If you choose constant, simply input the COGS value in the COGS column and then hit save in the bottom right corner. If you select the by period batch marketplace COGS type, the Edit COGS window will open. Here, you'll create your first COGS batch. First, choose the marketplace you want to apply the COGS for. Then, select your accounting method, period, weighted average, or FIFO. We'll discuss the difference between these three accounting methods in a second. After you select an accounting method, input the quantity of the batch. Then, proceed with inputting the unit cost. You can either input the total cost per unit or click on the drop-down arrow to input the elements of the cost of goods, and sellerboard will do the math. Also, you can provide comments if you want to refer to them later. Once you're done, hit save at the bottom right of the screen. Later, you'll be able to input your cost of goods in two ways, either by clicking the plus sign next to the COGS value in the COGS column. Then you'll supply a starting date for the new batch, the quantity of the batch, and the COGS per unit. Also, you have the option to set the new COGS for all variants of the same parent. Or you would also be able to click on the value of the cost of goods to return to the Edit COGS window and provide details. Now let's take a look at the differences between different accounting methods: by period, weighted average, and first in, first out. Each one of them has its own use case, so let's break them down. Method 1, by period, means you apply different COGS values for different time frames. Once a period ends, the next value takes over automatically. No product quantity is tracked. It's simply based on dates. How it works? First off, you select the accounting method by period and input the unit cost for that period. Let's say $1. This is the very first batch. So this is why the starting date for this period is represented by the symbol of -infinity. It's the initial cost of goods. If you wish to create another batch, scroll all the way to the bottom and click on Add New Batch. Then you will define the starting date for the next period and the value of cost of goods for the next period. So in this case, all of my cost of goods up until the 22nd of July will be accounted for with $1 per unit, and then on the 22nd of July, the COGS will switch to 0.5. Now let's change the accounting method to weighted average. It works like by period, but with one key difference. Sellerboard will calculate a blended cost during transitions based on the quantity of remaining stock from the previous batch. Here, you must enter the quantity of the new batch, and sellerboard will automatically pull the remaining stock from the previous batch to calculate the average. So in this case, I can specify that the new batch that I've just input has 200 units, and the remaining stock from the previous batch, sellerboard will pull automatically. This method is ideal if your stock doesn't fully reset between deliveries and you want a smoother cost transition. Now let's go ahead and switch to the first in, first out method, or FIFO. This is the most precise option. It tracks product batches and applies cost of goods values per unit in the order they were added. But in order to start, we need to switch to FIFO and make sure to start with our current stock. So let's say my previous batch was 200 units, and from those 200 units, I've already managed to sell 50. Currently, I have only 150 units. If you're not sure what your current stock is for a specific product, you can always go to the inventory planner page Or you can also access historical data if you go to the reports page and access the stock history report. So currently I have 150 units of this product, and my cost of goods for the remainder of the stock is 50 cents. It's the same as I've also indicated in the previously weighted average accounting method. I'm going to save this. And also, I'm going to input the new batch that I'm sending in. So the next one. I'm going to create a new batch and also apply the FIFO accounting method and say, okay, I'm sending in 200 units at the price of $1. So this means that for the first 150 units, the applied cost of goods will be 50 cents. And when they will run out, for the next 200 units, the applied cost of goods will be $1 per unit. So this is the best option when you want to track inventory costs accurately down to the unit level. Let's hit save. As you can see, my current value for the cost of goods is 50 cents, and it will be the same for the next 150 units. So the current batch is active. And the next batch is in queue. So for the next 200 units, the applied cost of goods will be of $1. This is how the first in, first out calculation method works.